Hey guys, welcome to another vlog with your pal Icarus. If you see my eyes darting a lot, it's because I actually scripted this one out to cut down on pauses and stuttering, and I'm likely to be rereading my script as I go. I'm trying to do at least one vlog a week as long as I can come up with something to talk about, and luckily, after my last one talking about potential new directions for the channel, I came up with one. Even if it's one many of you, including some of my nephews that really want to see me play Fortnite, will disagree with. If anything, that's probably all the more reason I should start this new direction now, while the channel's still small. That way people aren't gonna think that I lured them in with something different and gave them bait and switch. Just the bait and switch nonsense. You see, when I was a kid, my earliest idols weren't action heroes like Batman or Superman, nor were the sly tricksters like Loki that some people seem to be flocking to now. No, the people I looked up to most were the likes of Bill Nye, Fred Rogers, and Gandalf, just to round out the list with a fictional character. You know, humble figures who just wanted to enlighten the world and choose the path of least resistance to do so. For years, I couldn't really explain why I liked these boring guys who talked out their problems, looked for logical conclusions instead of emotional, instinctive, decisions. At least not in any more complicated terms than the simple fact that they seemed like nice people. Not that being nice isn't a good enough reason to like someone or look up to them. It's actually a great one, but in recent years, the internet has actually introduced me, or us, to a term that better defines the difference between my childhood heroes and the action-packed ones that most other boys looked up to. Toxic masculinity. A lot of action heroes and other figures young boys look up to, while amusing to watch, represent pretty much the worst traits in human society. They're self-centered, egotistical, misogynistic, and they solve their problems with brute force rather than civil discourse. Now, the heroes still do the right thing. That's one thing, at least, that can be said for them or the villains. But they do the right thing in ways that teach the wrong lessons. I'm no Fred Rogers, but growing up watching his show taught me there's always a better way to solve your problems than with violence, and that men don't always have to be prideful and loud and aggressive to send a powerful message. When I heard about Rogers' death, I was shook to my core, despite the fact that I hadn't watched him in over a decade. Though, amidst that news, I also read something that lifted my spirits. After his death, members of the crew around his show were interviewed for their thoughts about Rogers. And what they had to say was that he was the same man off camera as he was on. That just amazed me. On camera, he was the ideal friend and neighbor that anyone would want to live by and be friends with and talk to. He was polite, supportive, relaxed, essentially the paragon of quiet, compassionate masculinity. Fred Rogers is the example I'm going to be following, and that's why I'm going to ban toxic masculinity on my channel as of now. What does that mean for you, the viewers? It means the games I record for you are going to have to follow a set of rules now. Rule number 1, if my success in the game depends directly upon the failure of others, it's out. I'm not going to compete and push other people down so I can rise to the top. Rule number 2, if the only path to success in the game is through force and violence, you're not going to see it, because I want to be able to solve my problems in ways other than breaking something else. Rule number 3, if the game cannot be made fun by way of anything other than making fun of insulting or hurting someone else, it's gone. You don't need to tear down others for your own enjoyment. There are plenty of ways to enjoy yourself otherwise. You know, now that I think about it, though, rule number 3 probably covers the other 2 in just one rule, doesn't it? Now, there are probably going to be some exceptions to these rules. Definitely going to be some exceptions, mostly in the form of games I've already uploaded videos of, or that I already promised I would do, and probably some other exceptions in terms of games that just end up being overwhelmingly suggested and requested. If people want to see it badly enough, I'll probably still do it. I won't necessarily give it my endorsement if it breaks my rules there, but it can be there. But the reason why I'm taking this new direction, inspired by my childhood heroes, is because I wanted to show my viewers, however many or few of you there are, that you don't have to be a competitive, dominance-hungry brute to have fun or successful. There are plenty of great games out there where you don't have to kill things or be the best in order to enjoy your time playing them. I'm currently recording Subnautica. There are other games like Undertale, Harvest Moon, Stardew Valley, Braid, and I even got a city builder I have heard great things about but haven't got around to playing called Banished already in my Steam library that I plan on starting soon, probably shortly after or when I'm near the end of Subnautica. So there you have it. While I may fall short of the goal, I'm going to try to be a better example through my videos on the channel. Hopefully some of that will even leak over into my daily life, and I'll be a better man for it. Ever following the footsteps of those who seek a reason in the chaos, peace amidst the violence, and the calm within the storm. That's it for this week's vlog. I'd love to see your thoughts, whether you agree with me or not, in the comments below. And I look forward to everyone having a great day. Talk to you later, everybody.